our answers that we wrote in the first tutorial, it's time to kind of take a look at how to program this. The first thing you're going to want to do is open up the playground, which I already opened here, and you're going to change grid map to say number grid map, because we need to see those same numbers that we saw on our worksheet, and there they are. We just don't have the X and Y lines drawn, but it's all still there. Okay, and you can use your handout to use if you need to. So as you see over here, we have different things that we have, different types of part of the program. And we'll get into these as we go through the week or throughout the course. But we're going to start with drivetrain, and we're only going to work in drivetrain today. So if you remember, our first answer on our sheet over here was 83. When we moved it from negative 500, remember we came over here, we went negative 500, and then we went up 700. It landed on 83. So we want to get our robot up to 83, and it's always going to start in this spot. You can't pick it up and place it where you want. You got to drive it there. So in all the challenges that we do, it's always going to start right down here in this corner. So you got to kind of know that. Well, what makes sense? What's the shortest route to get it to 83? I've had some people turn in some answers where you went this way and this way and this way and this, and that's fine. I think that was kind of cool. It requires more steps, more programming. But if I'm just learning this software and I'm just trying to figure out how this works, I'm going to take the shortest route there. Well, the shortest route is going to be straight up this line and then straight over to 83. Okay? So that's the program that I'm going to walk you through. Now, each one of these cubes, if you recall right from your handout, if you've got that handy, you can take a look at it, is 200 millimeters. Well, I know I've got to get up. I've got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got to go 8, and they're each worth 200, so 8 times 200 is 1,600 millimeters to get to that line, okay? So what makes sense to grab over here if I want to drive forward 1,600 millimeters? This guy right here. So I'm going to drive forward, and I can change this number in here. You don't have to leave it at 200. So I'm going to come here, and I'm going to grab it. I'm going to place it into this spot. And then I'm going to double click on 200, and I'm going to type 1,600 into that spot. So if I want to test my robot at this point, I can push the play button. And let's see if we've got it to the right row as it moves. And we do. Great. It's in the same row. Now I just need to get it to turn and go this way. So if I want my robot to turn, which direction is this? Well, this is right. It's not left. You can't go left. That's out of bounds. So I want to go right. So which one of these makes sense? If I do put just a turn right in there, it's just going to kind of keep spinning in a circle for a little bit. Or I can turn it 90 degrees, which is what I want it to do. I want it to go from this way to this way. That is a 90-degree angle. So I'm just going to grab this. I'm going to plug it in. And that's all I have to do. And again, if I got to hit reset. And then we got to watch it drive up. Oops, sorry about that. I keep stopping it. There we go. And it's going to drive all the way up to our line. And if we've done this right, it should turn right. Okay, so I think me clicking with it messed things up. Let me hit refresh. Let's try that one more time because it went too high. I think my accidental clicking on it has killed it. So we're going to go to there, and it's going to turn right. Now, guess what? We need to go what direction? Forward. We want it to go forward this way. So again, I'm going to grab my drive forward for 200 millimeters. Now, how many millimeters am I looking at here? There's 200. There's 400. So I need to change my number to 400. And if I have done this right, ladies and gentlemen, I should wind up on number 83. Let's see if we've got this right. And there it is. So that's the answer, and that's how you kind of work through as you're programming. Now, what you're going to be doing for the rest of these is you're going to then go and you're going to copy, you're just going to do a screen capture. You can use my code. I've kind of given you the answer. you're gonna go to screen capture, and you're gonna put this one at the bottom of that document, in that big empty box.